Hello everyone, I am Jeff, and today I am going to bring you another anime video, I guess, whatever this is, because I'm bored on a Saturday night. Saturday, night. Sorry, I don't know, that's not going to be a thing. And no, this is just me discussing or ramble about this anime, Devil Hunter Yohko. I actually remember renting the video back in when I was in middle school from Hollywood Video. Yes, back in the day, we had to rent these things. It wasn't like on streaming because we had dial-up internet. It was a big thing. Yeah. This tape or story is about a 16-year-old girl named Yoko Mano. Typical average Japanese student, likes boys, is very athletic, was taught to fight by her grandmother for whatever reason. And she is the going to be the 108th Devil Hunter to protect the world from demons, ghosts, whatever. Not a Ghostbuster, but it's more of a family lineage. So it was ultimately her destiny. The Mono women of the family always somehow inherit getting this ring and a badass soul sword to fight off demons. And Yoko is about to meet her first demon in the form of a succubus, and it's going to be at school. And pretty much before she gets all these cool gear, she is just waking up. Her mother and grandmother are fighting over the sanctity that grandma's like she has to protect her virginity. And mom's like, no, she can get rid of it. I did. You had her far too young anyway, and it's a funny moment. Yoko is able, she's like amused by this, but leaves because she's late. Sounds like a certain bunhead from Sailor Moon, right? And then she beats her two best friends, a male character and a female character named Chiaki. Chiaki's more prominent in the OVA series than this doofus, the male, sadly, but And when they get to school, the mean vice principal, who looks like a dominatrix because of her personality, just snaps a flipping whip at the front gate, telling them there, don't be late next time and shit. And she just stops the male character and says, "You meet me in my office." And she starts seducing him. Very extreme version of, "Are you trying to seduce me, Mrs. Robinson?" kind of deal. If you don't get the reference, The Graduate. Watch the film. Seriously, it's great. Dustin Hoffman. And, you see, like, she's seducing him, and she takes off her bra, and he's, like, getting hard, and then she starts stroking his junk. This anime is not, like, porn. It's not hentai, but it is got the sexual elements, which I wish I knew back then. But, I learned that lesson, and I'll get there. So Yoko and Chiaki are at a pool. I mean, come on. An actual school has a flipping pool. Man. And then they're like saying they see like this gorgeous character who's like the top B of the school, as you see in the case. And she's like drop dead gorgeous. All the guys want to do her, all the girls want to be her, kind of deal. And then something happens. Like Yoko winds up falling into the pool, and it goes deeper than it should. And then there's a tentacle demon on the bottom, and she's drowning until she activates whatever latent Devil Hunter power within her blood to send it flying. Like she uses some kind of energy to destroy the demon, and her grandma's watching in a secret mirror to see her progress, and she's happy what she saw. So Yoko was able to get out the pool, almost drowning, and then the pretty gorgeous lady is like, "Here you go, Yoko," and like Yoko just wonders, how in the world did she know I needed a towel? Because reasons. And then also I forgot to mention, Yoko's also has a crush on this handsome boy or whatever, tall, handsome, the ideal package for her. But it's not like he'll ever notice her for whatever reason. And after school, she bumps into the male best friend, and he's just like saying Yoko. He's got like sunglasses, um, like the nice attire, like I guess what ladies wanted back in the day. And she's like kind of like think he's cheesy, but it's like okay, and just tells she sits she's like says I don't like you that way, and he said it's fine Yoko, and then he's able to get her, he is able to hypnotize her, and then after that, you know some some kind of scene starts happening, and before it gets a little bit too hentai, grandma shows up and she throws a talisman, one of those Ben Pyoto Shai Ken Mitsu Zai Zen kind of deals. And well, she doesn't do all that. She just tosses it because it's legit charm and everything. And the evil spirit disperses from the main character, from the male character, and we don't see him until the end of this. So don't worry about him. And then Grandma starts explaining at their house about the lineage and blood of the mono women, always taking point of destroying demons that threaten human lives and shit, and that she would be the 108th. But Grandma, what about Mom? Sayoko, that little tramp. She went and had you at 16. Like, oh, so yeah, you have to be a virgin to be a devil hunter in the mono family to be a devil hunter. So it's a good thing Yoko was a virginity. So it goes like that and everything. And she shows off the cool dragon ring. Yoko kind of doesn't wear it at first because she forgot it, because she gets called off by Chiaki, and it's revealed that Chiaki is possessed by an evil spirit and captures Yoko, and Chiaki's about to kill her with an axe before. And before that, she sees the evil vice principal lady, and she was like manipulating certain things, and says our demon queen's is gonna feast to bring forth hell or some shit like that, and it's the guy that Yoko likes, and also the drop dead gorgeous female body woman who was like too beautiful to be a high school student, right? Because she looks like an adult. And then she's like, and she's apparently a succubus, I would think, but but that's beside the point. So she goes fuck off somewhere. And then, before Chiaki's about to kill her best friend with an axe, Grandma shows up with another charm, and she's out for the count, so that's good. Grandma takes care of the evil vice principal. There's a nice scene saying, now listen here, Yoko. I'm going to summon the sword of my soul, and a lot of flashes and a ring and power. It's awesome. And then they fight for like a minute or two before Grandma's able to defeat the vice principal. She gets stabbed, and then she just says something corny and dies in a pile of dust as she transforms back to her original form, which is that of a demon. But Grandma's like seriously wounded and is about to die, and Yoko's like crying, like Grandma, no! And no, Yoko, take the ring, and she does. Stop her, and and her dying breath. That was it. And then Yoko just she firms up her resolve and heads out to stop the sacrifice from stop whatever's going to happen. Um, the succubus lady is able to suck the dude's blood. She gets the first blood, and after that, Yoko appears, and then she gives off this flipping monologue, which is cool. Like, I am the hunt. Like, she gives off this long dialogue about saying, I I cannot even begin to. I can even say it. It's just I know one part of it, which is the last one. I am the 108th Devil Hunter Yoko, and after a cool fighting of a nice choreographed fight and a couple of kicks, they start. Yoko busts out her sword of her soul, and then the succubus busts out her own longsword, and then it's like a clash of swords. And doing this, during this whole combatant thing, the succubus is able to cut off a majority of Yoko's dress, and Yoko realizes that she's outclassed. And then it's like Yoko going on the defensive now until she almost falls off a cliff, off the fucking pedestal or whatever that they're fighting on, but she's able to get back up, kick the succubus lady, rush to her sword, and as she's about to get struck down, Yoko nimbly jumps on the off the succubus's sword, leaps up high, and just says "Bonsai" or something, and slams her sword into the succubus's chest, and she's dead. So Yoko's able to win, but unfortunately, the male character who she has a crush on vanishes. So he's dead, but she's not really mulling over that. She has to get out, and she does. And then the next scene is she's seen crying at a cherry tree, lamenting that her grandma had to die in order for her to fulfill her destiny. Or is she? And then, like 2 seconds later, she says, "Yoko, Grandma? I thought you were dead." "Oh, I was just embellishing. I'm fine, girl." And she's like saying, "Grandma, you know what? Now that you're the 108th Devil, I can retire and do whatever I want. You know what? I want some grandkids. I want some great grandkids. I don't want to mind what to do. Go on, get your girl." She whacks the poor virgin boy at Yoko, and he's like happy. And Chiaki's just eating her ass off, so that's fun. And he's just, "Yoko, oh," and she pops him on the head comedically, and then as the final scene, it just shows off her dress being completely ripped, and she just covers herself, and that's the end of Devil Hunter Yoko. This spawned a couple of sequels: Devil Hunter Yoko 2, 3, Forever, which is a compilation of music videos from Japan, and 5, which is I think one of the best, one of the best in the series. And then 6, which has lower quality animation because I think it was like a different anime studio that did it, so it wasn't like on par with what I was used to. But I like 6 because that that has like a song by Aya Hasakawa, "Touch My Heart," and I love that song for that OVA. Majority of the ending theme songs are very catchy. I believe one of them is called Love, like a Love Coup or something. I'm sorry, I really should write this shit down before doing these, but I'm trying to do it to fly. It's good. And then there's also another song called "Because of the Full Moon," which is another song which incorporates a music video. Well, at the end of the VHS there was, but in the VHS I have, it got cut off for whatever reason, which sucks. So, and I'm actually hoping that maybe Discotheque Media could just, you know, get get all of these like adapted into like on Blu-ray, so I can have a nice little complete set, because it's awesome. This is I'm not sure if it's really underrated. It's more, you would have to be of you would have to be a certain age to know what this was, because I'm aware that no one knows what this is. I mean, people my age know about it if you went to anime. The Zoomer anime community? No, they don't even know a thing about this. They think, they'll think, why is this animation so old? It's not old, it's good. This is the good shit. It's the anime. Some animes are just so basic and everything, but that's more of an opinion, not a fact. And again, I'm from a different generation than they are, and I accept that. And though I don't really get some of the stuff they say or why they watch it, I can respect that they at least have something to look up to. Devil Hunter Yoko is an anime I do love. It's like it was like during my whole Ranma one half Tenchi Muyo period, I wanted to consume anime. The thing is, this was actually the first one to expose me to the more risque aspects of anime. And when I first saw it, I did cry, and I had to return the tape, and it was a thing. but it did open my eyes that anime is a good thing, but you do have to be of a certain maturity level. I mean, it's not like I would ever have a kid like 8 or 9 watch this. No, this is not something for kids. This is more for teenagers, at best 14. 13 if you're feeling frisky, if you know about it. I was 13 at the time. But I did get over my fear of this. Fast forwarded a little, realized that nothing happened. He was just caressing her and, trying to seduce her to do something. And Grandma was able to save her and call it a day. This anime does have nudity, as in she does get buck naked when she transforms, but it's only for 2 seconds and it's just a lot of flash and good music. It's awesome. Um, Episode 2 OVA has what was it? Because on the ones I have on VHS, 2, 3, and Forever incorporate all three of the OVAs, making it like flipping long, which I loved. And it's like Azusa comes in on number 2. Number 3 just shows off Yoko's ability. You see more of Yoko's abilities, what she can do with her with her Demon Hunter powers, and it's flipping amazing. Forever compilation of music videos from Japan, which are awesome. So I got my Japanese on trying to learn the lyrics. It was awesome. And number 5 was about Hell on Earth. Number 6, Yoko finds out she has an identical cousin. And I'll leave it at that. You should watch these. I do encourage you watch them. Try to find them wherever you can, legitimately, please. And what else? Fun fact: Amanda Wynn Lee was in ADV in the day. She mostly did all the main female characters in any ADV films in the day, particularly Blue Seed, Skaban Deka, um, Rio in Burn Up W, which is another series which I'll probably talk about sometime. And yeah, and if you also know, she also was the voice actress to Yukiko Amagi in Persona 4 and Golden, and in the fighting games, and in the Persona 5 game where she voices that reporter lady or something. ADV films no longer exist, sadly, but they were pretty much my go-to anime for like the mature content compared to this video, or yeah, compared to that, they were like my more mature for my mature teenager heart of the day. And then there was Pioneer, which was like another special thing because I had like Cardcaptor Sakura, but I'll probably get into that someday. Who knows? But pretty much, Devil Hunter Yohko is a good series. I guess you would call it a cult classic at this point, because only fans of anime of a certain age group know this series. And if you are a young anime fan and are curious, Google is your best friend. Look it up. See what you can learn, and yeah, and that's it. So until next time, I will see you later. Take care.